Nile Gardiner, director of Margaret Thatcher's Center for Freedom at the Heritage Foundation. Thank you for being with us. We're really happy you're here with us to give us more of an insight of what's going on and why. I know we are a global economy, so why it all matters. So break it down. What's going on now and what's the key focus?
Well, I think firstly, it really matters because the UK is the world's 5th largest economy, and Brexit, I think, is going to have a very significant impact on the globe as a whole, actually. And Brexit, I think, will be great for Britain, great for Europe, and great for the United States. With the latest developments, we now have a deal between the British government and the European Union after painstaking negotiations over the course of many months. You've seen negotiations actually over the course of several years with regard to Brexit. But as far as Boris Johnson is concerned as the Prime Minister, he's handled the latest negotiations, which have been actually very successful, as we've seen today. And we've achieved a real breakthrough, I think, in terms of a deal between Great Britain and the European Union, a deal, I think, which really works well for the British side. It's also a deal, I think, that the European Union is comfortable with and sees as a good deal. So I think it's a win-win situation for both sides here, provided, of course, that Britain's Parliament votes in favour of the deal on Saturday. And that, of course, is a big if at the moment. Although I think the government is increasingly confident that they can get this deal through the House of Commons this Saturday.
Yeah, so it's really interesting. First of all, you know, Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister, does deserve obviously some recognition for this. He's taken the ball, you know, from Theresa May, has moved forward, has made some changes that we know of, and says he used the phrase "take back control." So it is exciting to see that you have this deal, but there are really some headwinds as well. For example, right? We'll see whether or not he can get this to sell this plan to Parliament. But you have the Labour Party that says that it should be rejected. You have Northern Irish Democratic Unionist Party saying that they cannot back this proposal. So what percentage would you say, because we like numbers, that this goes through as is?
It's impossible to say. I have to say, though, that my view is that there's a very strong chance that the deal will go through Parliament on Saturday, because you now have, I think, almost the entire Conservative Party uniting behind the deal. That wasn't the case with Theresa May's earlier deal negotiated with the European Union, which was rejected 3 times by Parliament. Also, secondly, I think there is an indication that some rebel Labour MPs will side with the government and will vote against the Labour Party's position. Jeremy Corbyn, of course, is a deeply unpopular leader of the Labour Party. Many of his own MPs are not happy with his leadership, and I expect some Labour MPs will rebel against the Labour Party leadership on Saturday. So I do think the prospects are getting better.
Yeah, you know, the pound has seen some strength on this. You know, we watch the U.S. dollar very closely. Also, I know that some of the financial firms started to move out a little bit out of the UK with some concerns of uncertainty. When we talk about currency, we talk about business, what's the outlook?
Well, I think firstly, I have to say that I'm not aware of a single major US company, for example, that is withdrawing from the United Kingdom. So I think that if you look at levels of foreign direct investment into the UK, they're now at record levels. They've never been higher. And I think, you know, you see a large number of US companies investing very heavily in the United Kingdom, including companies opening new HQs in London. So I think there's a lot of confidence actually in Great Britain at the moment. I think that Brexit actually will be a tremendous economic boost to the United Kingdom. I think that it's also going to boost as well transatlantic trade and investment. It's going to result in a US-UK free trade deal between the world's largest and 5th largest economies. And I think the United States actually will benefit significantly from Brexit. And I think that Europe as a whole actually will benefit from Brexit as well. Brexit is a real game changer. You have a British government that is committed to free trade, free markets, economic freedom. And that's all good, I think, for a transatlantic trade and investment on both sides. And so I do think that Brexit actually will be a significant boost, actually, to the overall economic situation, not only for the UK, but also for Europe as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting to watch. And for those who are really for it, we'll see whether or not they get the vote that they want. I remember when the EU was putting all of this together and the euro, and there was all questions about whether or not they should even be doing it in the first place. And here we are so many years later. Nile Gardiner, it's so great to see you. Thank you so much, Director of the Margaret Thatcher Center for Freedom at the Heritage Foundation. Great to see you. Thanks for joining us on the show.